It's Big East Women's Soccer Match Day on the Big East Digital Network. From Cincinnati, Ohio, it's Seton Hall and Xavier. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Paul Fritchner, and it is a chilly, bit rainy day here in Cincinnati as the visiting Seton Hall Pirates take on the Xavier Musketeers. Should be a good one as Seton Hall looks for their first conference win of the season. They come into today's match with an 0-2 record in the Big East so far. Been a bit of a struggle for the Pirates, but they've shown signs of life as of late, and they're looking to build upon those steps here this afternoon. And one of those building blocks is their goalkeeper, Harpa Johansdottir, the Iceland native with a .750 save percentage, 2 shutouts this year. Harpa has been phenomenal in goal as of late for the Pirates, and she is somebody that they will need to rely on this afternoon. Then on the other side, for the Xavier Musketeers, it's Samantha Dewey, the Swiss Army knife for the Xavier Musketeers, leads the Big East shots per game, points. She has 9 goals to lead this Musketeers squad. The Big East Offensive Preseason Player of the Year is so talented, and her right foot will be the reason why Xavier could emerge with the victory this afternoon. Well, folks, thanks for joining us here on this Sunday. We can't wait to have you as Seton Hall gets ready to take on Xavier on the Big East Digital Network.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
Handball on the Musketeers, give it back to the Pirates. Coach Nate Lee's squad for the Musketeers coming into today an 8-2-2 overall record. It's their second home match in a row. Took down Creighton the other night 3-0. We see a play forward for the Pirates. This one will roll past, be touched out. Musketeer ball, but Xavier 3-1 victors over the Creighton Blue Jays a couple nights ago. Jackie Richards turning down the left sideline. Richards turning toward the goal. Musketeers looking to get on the board first, get on early. Seton Hall starting to clear. Punch in. Carrie Lewis looking to turn. Goes off the referee. Brooke Soroka chasing it down, crossing it in. Seton Hall's defense being tested early. Punched out, but Lewis looking to recover. Lewis with it. Has Jackie Richards in the middle of the pitch, but goes right side now for Maddie Thiss. The freshman navigating into the box. Xavier will maintain possession. A 3-1 victory over Creighton. An impressive one for the Musketeers. And a very strong Big East. Play in looking for Lewis. Now the shot for the Musketeers. And Brooke Soroka puts Xavier on the board. Less than 3 minutes into the match. And Brooke Soroka scoring for her second straight match. Musketeers lead at 1-0. Xavier wasting no time to play into the box. Seton Hall unable to clear. Soroka cleaning up. And it's 1-0 Musketeers. Sun coming out, but the rain continuing to fall. But a quick start for Xavier. Somewhat reminiscent of their match against Creighton. Xavier took an early lead against the Blue Jays. Never looked back. Xavier won that match 3-1. Seton Hall flicked forward, but Xavier's defense clears it out. Sydney Shembry struck for one early on as Sam Dewey punches it forward again to Soroka. Soroka unable to get there, and Johan Stoddard there with it. But Shembry scored the first goal of the match for Xavier. Xavier went ahead in the first 15 minutes, and Xavier extended the lead. Goal from Rachel Butler. And then right before the half, Creighton got a goal back. Xavier took a slim 2-1 lead into halftime. But Brooke Soroka scored the third goal of the game. So that's 2 straight goals for the Musketeers that Soroka has scored. And now Carrie Lewis up the way, but that pass too far in front of her. Xavier would have had a lot of room to work with. Had Lewis been able to track that one down. Seton Hall Pirates with 1 win so far on the season. Got a win in their second match of the year against Lafayette. Have not won since then. That was on August 29th. Talking to head coach Kira Krinian in her first year as head coach of this program. A long career at Hertford before coming over here to take the Pirates job. She understood coming into the year that there was a lot of work to be done. And I talked to her earlier this week. She said that failure isn't not getting a result. She said that the failure of this team is if they don't give their best game, and she always is looking for subtle improvements one game after another. She explained to the team that they're not going to come in and do a 180-degree turn on this program overnight. It's going to take work. It's going to take dedication. It's going to take the players buying in. As we see Sam Dewey with plenty of space. Dewey taking the middle of the field here. Taps it across to Carrie Lewis. Dewey up ahead to Jessica Miller, to Lewis. Touch forward to Soroka, and Soroka trying to save it, but it goes out of bounds. Past the end line. Xavier, as you see there, Nate Lee in his 3rd season as a Musketeers head coach. So impressive the job he's done with this Xavier team. Really turning this program around as well, building it up. And now Xavier sitting pretty early on in this Big East season. And there's a lightning strike. And it looks like we might go to a delay here, as there is lightning over the pitch. And because there is lightning, we will have to take a break. Xavier with an early 1-0 lead on the Big East Digital Network on the other side of this delay.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save. It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
Well, we haven't had rain in Cincinnati in about a month, and right as we kicked off here at the soccer complex at Xavier University, lightning came down, but not before Brooks Soroka put the Xavier Musketeers on top. It was a play into the box. Soroka, the rebound, the cleanup into the back of the net. Soroka scoring for her second straight match, the second straight goal for the Musketeers. She scored the last goal of the match against Creighton last week. Soroka putting the Musketeers on top right as the lightning strike came down. And we will be back for the resumption of this match, the last 38 minutes of the first half after this on the Big East Digital Network.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
Well, folks, we're back for the second part of the first half of action here on the Big East Digital Network. I'm Paul Fritchner, and we are set to go after the lightning delay, the starting lineups for both teams going back out there as we get set to resume. Brooks Soroka putting the Musketeers in front 2 minutes and 35 seconds into the match. Lightning strike from Soroka before the lightning strike from above. And now we're set to go. See Brooks Soroka right there taking advantage of the chance. The ball fell right to her right foot. Found the left post, back post. Carrie Lewis playing the ball back in, and we're underway. Just over 38.5 minutes left in the first half. This Musketeer team looking good early, but Seton Hall looking to counter and bring this match level. There's Soroka stepping in the passing lane. Grace Barr. Up ahead it goes to Lewis, but again, too far out in front. A couple of times already in this match early on, we've seen Xavier with some scoring chances that went past some passing lanes. Jessica Miller. Sam Dewey with it. Dewey, the Big East Offensive Preseason Player of the Year, going forward to Jackie Richards. And Soroka coming up. Dewey has her pocket pick. It goes forward, and Bizarro out to get it. But Xavier almost taking advantage of the Seton Hall missed opportunity there. Johan's Donner came out and nearly allowed another goal. She was able to clear it away. Lewis pressing up as Richards on sides. Richard, the shot is deflected out of bounds. Past the end line, Emily Kaza there stepping in front. The junior from Thornhill, Ontario, sacrificing her body. You could see Richards might have been looking to go across into the middle of the field, but either way, Musketeers retain possession. And it'll be Lewis taking the first corner of the match for either team. Xavier stacking up in the middle. See Dewey right in the middle of that. Play from Lewis. It's Richards, and it's headed out and away. Seton Hall going to chase it down, but Maddie Thist there to intercept. This to Richards, but she's blown off sides. Shears Seton Hall is looking to build the program behind the first-year head coach, Kira Krinian. She was mentioning that she wants to build a program where she can teach players the game and teach them to love the game the same way she does. She's been around soccer for quite some time. An extensive head coaching career for Krinian before making her way to Seton Hall. I mentioned before the delay that Coach Krinian told this Pirates squad when she took over. She said it's not going to be easy. You can't think that the process of winning is easy. As Xavier looks to turn toward the goal, but Seton Hall clears it away. One of the things Coach Krinian does a lot with this Pirates team is when there's an improvement to be made, when there's an area that she feels like the Pirates need to improve, she asks the players, why are we doing this and how are we going to do it? How are we going to improve? Grace Barr. Richards waiting for it. Richards flicks it ahead, looking for Dewey. Touch from Dewey. And there's Izzy Engel. As Jessica Miller comes over for the throw. Miller goes into the back for Grace Brower. Lewis to Dewey. Dewey ahead to Miller. Miller with space, and again, defense there. That was Kaza, who has twice deflected a ball past the end line, contributing to a Xavier corner, but the defense showing up for Seton Hall. 34 minutes left in this first half. Lewis taking the corner for the Musketeers, plays it low. It's cleared out. It'll be a throw for the Musketeers. Miller going over to take it. Extra ball on the pitch. as Miller will have to rethrow. And another corner for the Musketeers. Marissa DeFonso, the sophomore, playing the ball past the end line. Lewis to Dewey. Too far past her right foot. Now it's Miller. Right side for This. Digs her way into the corner. And This has her cross attempt deflected out. Richards back to This, looking to set it up, but This is touched too strong. And Johan Stoddard will kick it away. 2 shots for the Musketeers, one of them finding the back of the net. Goal early for Brooke Soroka. Now it's Lewis turning. Molly McLaughlin. Miller. McLaughlin. And some contact, a foul on the Musketeers. Tough play in the middle of the pitch. It was Laura Hooper. You could see Hooper catching the left shoulder of McLaughlin, getting the wind knocked out of her. Hooper been impressive for Seton Hall so far this year. And now Richards again trying to chase the ball down. Lewis coming with it. Lewis looking for Soroka but can't navigate. Instead it's Ariano. And Musketeer ball. An impressive deep possession there for the Musketeers to keep it. McLaughlin, shot to goal, and off to the right. I mentioned Laura Hooper, one of only 4 Pirates to score a goal this year for Seton Hall. Pirates do not have any players who have scored more than 1 goal this year. Casey Harrigan, Laura Hooper, both with a goal. Alyssa Rechkowski with a goal. Denny Brinkman also with it. Now Jackie Richards looking to chase it down. Seton Hall able to get out of danger. Seton Hall still looking for their real first scoring opportunity. They've had the ball in the attacking third a couple of times. Lauren DiPietro throwing it in for the visiting Pirates. Got in last night here to Cincinnati. Leaving right after this match today. Soroka chasing it down the right side. Soroka chasing it into the box. Soroka looking for Dewey, but her touch too strong. And it will roll out. You can hear head coach Nate Lee of the Musketeers indicating that if Soroka had just tapped it across, Dewey was well onside. Could have finished for her 10th goal. Dewey looking to get into double figures, scoring this season. Coach Crinion giving the Pirates her direction as they look to organize. It's Fortney ahead, but Bizarro there to clean up and clear out. Grace Barr, strong left foot ahead to Soroka. Soroka keeps it in play, looking for Richards. But again, it's Kaza there, defensively, having a good day so far for Seton Hall. Dewey. And we'll have the first substitution. Jenna Prothpa, an assist in the last match against Creighton. Prothpa back from injury, the junior. Local Mount Notre Dame. Transferring though from Cleveland State. Coming back home toward the Cincinnati area. Good touch across from the Pirates, but Seton Hall not there, and it goes out for the Musketeer throw. Prothpa to Soroka, navigating to Lewis in space. Brower reversing sides of the pitch to Miller. Jessica Miller, the redshirt senior. Brower, Soroka. And ahead it's Anielowski. Miller looking for the tackle. And it goes back the way of the Musketeers, who have dominated possession so far. Dewey with plenty of space. Musketeers have seemed a bit rushed at times on offense, especially in situations when they haven't really needed to be. Brief touch to Prothpa. Prothpa looking to goal. She tries one, but off to the right. Prothpa looking for her second goal of the year. Jessica Miller coming off. You see this try from Prothpa. Not able to get around it enough to put it on toward the goal. Prothpa going to chase it down. Another addition to this Xavier roster this year. Notable injury for the Musketeers. Rachel Dewey not playing in today's match. Younger sister of Samantha Dewey. Rachel, a key cog to the offense of this Musketeer squad. Not in there for today's match in her warm-up track suit along the Musketeer sideline. It's Fiss along the right side. Ahead to Soroka. Soroka looking to save it. She does. Soroka coming into the middle. Lewis, too high. But that's the ball that the Musketeers were looking for on the last chance from Soroka when they had Dewey streaking down the field. You can see Soroka playing it across, but the touch too strong from Lewis. With under 25 minutes left in this first half. Soroka intercepting that clearance. Dewey to Burton. Touch forward to Lewis, who turns. Ahead to Burton. Pass in to Soroka. Lewis, the shot on. Punched away. What a save. Harpa Johansdotter. Gary Lewis from outside the box, but Johansdotter getting her right hand on it. Jumping and making that play. 5'9" freshman from Iceland. Corner for the Musketeers, and the Musketeers now in front by 2. How about that? Xavier, a set piece from the corner. Goal for the Musketeers, Molly McLaughlin. Her first goal of the season. McLaughlin, a beautiful play from Lewis. Off the corner, and McLaughlin able to get in front of Johann Stoddard and head it into the back of the net. Molly McLaughlin, the sophomore, getting into the scoring column for the Musketeers this year. And now Xavier up by 2. Seton Hall, their last time out, taking on St. John's in Queens on Thursday night. You may have watched that one also on the Big East Digital Network. Talking to Coach Crinion, she mentioned that earlier this year, Seton Hall had struggled in part that a lot of the games Seton Hall had played, they felt like they had beaten themselves. In fact, 8 matches this year for Seton Hall have been decided by 1 goal or less. So I asked her, I said, how close do you feel like you've been? Do you feel like those score lines have really been indicative of the season? And she was saying, yeah, there have definitely been matches where, especially in those 8 matches, Seton Hall being outscored only by 1 goal. 1 bounce, 1 break goes your way. You can at least get a result, if not a win. She felt like some of those earlier matches this year, Seton Hall was beating themselves, but she mentioned that St. John's played a thorough match, and it was a learning experience on Thursday night for their second match in conference. A couple of substitutions in for the Musketeers. Molly McLaughlin, the goal scorer, coming out. But so far, Seton Hall has been outscored 4-0 coming into today, 6-0 if you include the 2 goals from Xavier. It was a conference opening loss to Butler in South Orange last Sunday. A 3-0 victory for the Bulldogs. Soroka trying one from distance, but it flies over the goal. The 8th shot of the match for Xavier. Carrie Lewis there on your screen. And Johann Stoddard will clear it out.
Sir, no, stop. Hey, it's a foul on us. Listen, it's a foul on us, but you can't hit her hand like that. So, like, listen, he didn't even say anything.
21 minutes and change left in this first half. Xavier maintains a 2-goal lead. First goal from Brooke Soroka, 2:35 into the match. Now a try for goal by Soroka with Dewey chasing down the Pirates. Pressure on from the Musketeers. Courtney Langford in. Langford replacing McLaughlin. Now a substitution. Right sideline, in for Xavier. Prothpa on the ground. Prothpa trying to turn. Now the shot and the save. The rebound. No dice. Emily Burton as another opportunity squandered. Harpa Johann Stoddard. Prothpa turn. Ball still in play. Touch on from Langford to Burton. First shot denied, second shot wide left. And Johann Stoddard keeps it at 2-0 Musketeers. Prothpa. Touch to Dewey. Dewey in space. Dewey. Shot on. No. Another save by Johann Stoddard. But Xavier still with it. That one looked to go off the post, and it'll be a corner as Prothpa able to play it forward toward the goal. Xavier relentless on offense right now. Rothway, you can see here, Dewey using her left foot this time, but shot it right into Johan Stoddard, who has already made 2 saves today. And Carrie Lewis, last corner the Musketeers took, resulted in a goal, a header from Molly McLaughlin. Here's the corner, played more into the middle of the box, head on. Johan Stoddard gets it away. The Pirates out of it for now. The Musketeers keeping their foot on the gas as we get into the final third of this first half. Carrie Lewis looks to be a bit shaken up. Now left side for the Pirates, but touched out. The Musketeers will maintain possession. Brooke Soroka at 2:35 into the match, and then Molly McLaughlin at 21:04. That goal from Soroka assisted by Jackie Richards, and McLaughlin's assisted by Carrie Lewis, who we see now down on the pitch. And Macy Harper will come in for the Musketeers as Carrie Lewis comes off. Substitutions here for Seton Hall as well. Siobhan McGovern coming in. Alyssa Ruskowski onto the match. And Marissa DeFonso. Good crowd on hand here today. On the opposite side, battling some conditions. We had a half-hour lightning delay, which is why we are still here in this first half. Now under 18 minutes to play. Rothba. Xavier looks to take full control of this match in the attacking third. Maddie Thiss into the box. Thiss looking, and Thiss has her shot saved. How about Johan Stoddard? Another save in goal. She has been impressive, because Xavier could be a lot worse right now. But Johan Stoddard for the Pirates, a bright spot so far, as now Seton Hall plays it in. It's Ruskowski. And the Pirates have earned their first corner of the match. As you see there, Johan Stoddard. Laura Hooper. The junior from Watford, England, taking the corner. In the middle of the box, head on. Fist there. And now the Musketeers on the counter. Here's Dewey, middle of the pitch. Numbers for the Musketeers. Dewey down the middle. Dewey taking it herself. Dewey on for the goal. Her 10th goal of the campaign. And Dewey puts the Musketeers up by 3. What an impressive clearance as Sam Dewey took it all the way down from midfield herself into the box. Cleared space, makes a move here. That was Emily Kaza trying to cut her off, but Dewey shifted left, and now the Musketeers up by a trio of goals, still with 16 minutes left in this first half. Xavier now with 14 shots on the match and 7 on goal. Here's Danny Camilleri. Turn for Izzy Engel. the way it goes, but Xavier right there. Pirates, a shot on and a save for Bizarro, the first shot on goal for the Pirates. Bizarro clearing it away to Pratpa. Seton Hall has it now. Brooks Soroka, first goal of the match, then Molly McLaughlin on the header, and Sam Dewey at 28-29 of the first half. Seton Hall with one shot so far today. That's Alyssa Reshkowski. Just came into the match. Turn for the Musketeers. Gabrielle Lepresti. Lepresti with a lot of space. Lacey Harper there. Grace Barr back to Bizarro. As Siobhan McGovern went to chase it down for the Pirates. Coach Crinion was talking about some of those key players for Seton Hall. I mean, you look at a player like Danny Brinkman, one of only 4 that have scored for the Pirates, as Xavier takes a shot here that goes off and wide right. That was Lepresti with a chance. But Danny Brinkman for the Pirates, one of only 4 Pirates to score. She suffered a torn ACL before the conference play even started. And that's a big adjustment for this team. You look at a player like Sydney Kolingowski. She got mono, and she has been out as well. So the Pirates struggling through some injuries here into the start of conference play. But I asked Coach Crinion about Harper Johansdotter and her play, which has been impressive today. Now Xavier looks to turn. With a deep possession by the Pirates. Johansdotter with 4 saves. And Crinion thought that the turning point for her was in a non-conference against Central Connecticut State. She had 2 big saves, ended up pushing that match to a draw. Said she's been called upon a lot in Big East play, as we've seen already today. She feels like her confidence has grown, and even though she's been touched up for a few goals, feels like that confidence is there. Here's Seton Hall with a chance, but they cross too far in front. That was Reskowski. Ball 2 out in front of her.
Get closer to Tony. Get closer to her. Good. Don't be casual, White.
Lepresti not able to get there. Now Seton Hall turns. The Pirates starting to put some attacks together on offense. Izzy Engel. You see Sam Dewey there on the sideline, scored the game's 3rd goal for exiting. Courtney Langford Langford trying to turn. Touchback Musketeers content to play the possession game right now. They're in no rush. Sam Dewey for the Musketeers, team leader in goals now with 10. Came into today with 21 points. Her 21 points lead the Big East, and her 9 total goals make it 10 today. She was tied for the Big East lead coming into the match. Xavier controlling possession. Forward to Lepresti, but too far. Emily Burton. And Courtney Langford. Able to keep it for Xavier. Throw from Burton into the back for Brower. Now Barr, who assisted on all 3 of the goals for the Musketeers. Grace Barr, she assisted on all 3 goals against Creighton. She has 6 points on the season, 4 assists and a goal. Clock continuing to tick toward the half. Barr looking for Prothpa. Found the Musketeers, and now it's Seton Hall. Seen in the last few minutes, Seton Hall getting a few more chances on offense. In fact, a shot from Ruskowski. It was a good shot. Pizarro came over to save. Sydney Shembry there. There's Alyssa Ruskowski. Xavier with it again. Maddie Thiss. Macy Harper. Harper getting some extended minutes. Burton chasing this one down, but not able to keep it in. Prothpa, right idea, but nobody there. Xavier will go back as Alyssa Ruskowski was there under pressure. Called her name a lot so far this afternoon. This match was delayed a half hour due to an errant lightning strike in the area. It was one lightning strike. We were delayed a half hour. Now just a couple of minutes left in this first half. Xavier with a 3-goal lead. It has been an impressive day for the Musketeers on offense. Here's Barr. Play ahead, Lepresti chasing it down into the box. Lepresti digging into the corner. And it'll be a corner for the Musketeers, the 6th corner of the afternoon. Xavier has scored on one of them. And some substitutions on. Claire Fisher into the match. Allie Rogers coming in. Rachel Butler in 2. Grace Barr will take the corner. Barr across the way. Header deflected out of the box, and now Seton Hall cleared out to midfield. Right side for Maddie Thiss. Now a counter for Seton Hall. And that was Hallie Rogers with Seton Hall now with a chance. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. And Burton. You can hear Coach Crinion from Seton Hall talking about the casual passing, as the Musketeers are easily able to slide in front. Rachel Butler looking to chase it down. Sydney Shembry there. Now the Pirates turning up the way. Rutkowski not there to chase it down. The ball will roll past and out for Tony Bizzarro. Bizzarro now with 19 saves on the season. 4-1-1 record. Burton. One of the things that Seton Hall was looking to do today, as we see Xavier and Claire Fisher, one of the things that Seton Hall was really trying to do today was capitalize on their chances, because they know that when they get a chance, they need to be able to finish. They need to be able to take advantage of the chances that they get. Seeing Seton Hall only with 2 shots today, aware of the fact that the chances may not come all that often, and when they do, against a team like Xavier, you've got to be able to finish. We've seen Seton Hall with one good chance. It was a shot from Rutkowski. Bizzarro there for the save, but in this second part of the first half, Seton Hall has looked a bit more organized on offense. It's just that Xavier's defense has been right there in the attacking third to quell any threat, but here it is again. The Pirates will keep it. Ticking down to the final 2 minutes of this first half. Emily Burton for the Musketeers. Seton Hall starting to ratchet up that pressure. Marissa DeFonso over to Danny Camilleri.
Now, Sid. Hey, you shouldn't be moving backwards.
90 seconds remaining. Ellie Jakovic and Shembry looking to chase it down, but it's cut off by DiPietro. Touched away, and a substitution here in the final minute or so. Allie Anderson and McKenna Schaefer are coming on. Xavier getting most of their second unit into this match. Likely, folks, to see a lot of that in the second half. With less than a minute remaining here. Fisher. And now it's Rogers. Musketeers got to go quick here at the end of the half. Seton Hall looking to keep it at this 3-goal margin unless Oskowski can chase it down. It's Xavier. And that'll do it for the first half. Well, it was an impressive first half on the offensive end for the Xavier Musketeers. Brooks Soroka, 2:35 into the match. Soroka putting Xavier on top with a goal. An easy finish for Soroka. Mullen McLaughlin off the header, then Sam Dewey, the left foot here, the 3rd goal of the match, and it's halftime at Xavier, 3-0 Musketeers.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
Back on the Big East Digital Network for Xavier and Seton Hall. Women's soccer here on a rainy Sunday afternoon. Xavier with a 3-0 lead. It was a fast start for the Musketeers. Lightning on the pitch, then lightning through the sky. Brooks Soroka, right before the lightning delay, able to put the Musketeers on the board with a goal just 2 minutes and 35 seconds into the match. You can see the stats kind of one-sided here for the Musketeers. 15 shots for Xavier, only 2 for Seton Hall. 7 shots on goal. Harper Johansdotter for Seton Hall, the goalie, 4 saves. But the corners for Xavier stand out as well. They've been able to manufacture 6 corners and 1 goal off of them too. It's been a difference. Xavier just continuing to keep the pressure on the Pirates. The ball has been in the attacking third of Seton Hall for the majority of the match so far. And a question for Seton Hall in the second half will be, what can they do to kind of quell that pressure? As we take a look here at the standings for the Big East so far, there's Georgetown and Providence at the top. Then a logjam in the middle from Xavier to St. John's, everybody even at 1-1. But Xavier with the most wins out of that group at 8-2-2 overall. And then Marquette and Seton Hall there at the bottom at 0-2. But Xavier will look to finish what they started in the second half. We'll be back after just a bit. For the second half, it's 3-0 Xavier on the Big East Digital Network.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
Let's take a look at how the first half went down between Xavier and Seton Hall. A 3-0 lead for the Musketeers. First, just 2:35 into the match, Brooke Soroka was there to clean things up and put the first goal in the back of the net for the home team. Soroka scoring her second goal of the season, the second straight goal for the Musketeers. She scored the last goal against Creighton in their last match. Then here, as we see a few saves from Harper Johansdotter, an impressive streak for her, able to punch that one away, keep it at 1-0, but Molly McLaughlin off the corner from Carrie Lewis gets in front of Johansdotter, finishes. Molly McLaughlin, the first goal of her 2019 campaign. Johansdotter frustrated she couldn't get more in front of that, and a beautiful setup here. Macy Harper to Sam Dewey. Beautiful move to clear some space, left foot, back of the net. Easy work for Dewey, who goes into double digits on her goal count this season, now with 10 up to 23 points. We'll be back. Just a quick break on the Big East Digital Network.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
Center on the campus of Xavier.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
Back on the Big East Digital Network, Xavier Women's Soccer and Seton Hall Women's Soccer. Xavier right now beating Seton Hall 3-0 to score in this match. And we are joined here at halftime by Seth Breitenstein, the Assistant Athletic Director here at Xavier for Development.
Sure.
And Seth, you are here to talk to us today about some exciting things going on the Xavier campus right now in the Champion Center, which is, I believe, just going to be right over here behind us. It's got some big plans in effect for the near future. Seth, you're here to tell us all about it.
Yeah, no, Paul, thanks for having me on today, and good showing so far in the first half for our ladies. But Champion Center-wise, we are just so fortunate. I want to give a shout-out to Rob and Julie Height, who were the lead donors on that project and made that happen along with so many others. But we're about 75% of the way there to our fundraising goal, and it's just going to be incredible. And what the Centos Center was 20 years ago for Xavier Athletics, the Champion Center will be that same kind of impact and moving and pushing us forward in the Big East and nationally for all of our Olympic sports. I mean, it's just incredible. And like I said, we're 25% left to go, and we just need everybody's help, but we'll get there. Just thrilled to have such a generous donor base here at Xavier and so many impressive people.
And what are the best ways, if they're looking to get involved, what's the best way for anybody to get involved in helping out with that project?
Yeah, no, good question. You can always call the All for One Fund or reach out by email, but we charge our former student athletes with just doing a locker campaign. I mean, something that seems so simple but leaves a lasting legacy inside the locker room for them, and it sets the tone for the players that are here currently. They can see that the former student athletes have their back, and they're here tonight or today to cheer them on, but have that legacy and that lasting impact is cool.
And you mentioned that it's alumni weekend here for the Xavier Women's Soccer program, and there's a lot of alumni here. How important is it for the past players to buy into this program's success? It's kind of everything feeding off of each other.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and not just, this weekend is women's soccer certainly, and Nate and his staff do an incredible job of building those connections and re-engaging our former student athletes, but we want all of our former student athletes just to know how special they are. And we talk all the time about once a Musketeer, always a Musketeer. You put that X on, it's special.
It is.
It is just really cool.
It is. And not only the Xavier Women's Soccer program doing so much, but as a whole, as a university, Xavier right now celebrating 50 years of being a campus that has included women. When the campus went to a co-educational program 50 years ago, 50th anniversary this year. And overall, that has to be so important just to the growth of this school.
Oh, Paul, it is, I think what makes Xavier so special is the people, right? We have a beautiful campus. We have an incredible academic, rigorous academics here, but it's the people. And can you imagine a time that women weren't here and to know what the impact they have had, and just those 52, right? The 52 females that came here, very first class, and the pioneers that they were, and just what we have gone on and all the milestones. But it'll be a year-long celebration here on campus from top to bottom. We certainly have some athletic pieces as well to that, and celebrating our former student athletes that are women and the impact they had on the teams and the community here. But, I mean, there's too many to name. Sister Roseanne Fleming is one that you have to, right?
Oh, of course.
She's just incredible. But for all of us and the different ideas and perspectives that have come in, because 50 years ago we made the right call and brought women here, and just it is incredible, and I can't imagine what it would be like if they weren't, you know?
Yeah, of course. And from your perspective, as the second half is just about to get underway here, Xavier up 3-0 over the Seton Hall Pirates. But from your perspective, your job as the Assistant Athletic Director for Development, and you look at this and where Xavier has come, even from the time when you came here, how far this Xavier athletic program has come and what they're trying to do with the Champions Center. How impressive has the vision been from this athletic program to see that they want to climb that mountaintop and they're putting the steps and the building blocks in place to get there?
It is so cool. So all of our bosses, Greg Christopher, who's the athletic director, vice president, university, and he does have, I love that you use the word vision. I mean, he sees it out 5, 10, 25 years. Where do we want to be? What's the impact that we want to have on this community and then across the nation? It's awesome to see what he wants to do and how he wants to push us forward. We are so lucky to have the numbers that we do from a donor-based standpoint and just the generosity from this community to back our student athletes and truly all of our students. We are very fortunate, we know that, and for us to grow, we got to continue to grow the All for One Fund.
Yep. Well, Seth, before I let you go, is there anything else, Xavier, development-wise, is there anything else that you'd like to talk about while you have the platform here, from the sense of programs going on, this program here, Alumni Weekend, any notes, anything that?
No, you know what, I just close by saying, Paul, thank you for the time, and certainly I'm not going to miss an opportunity to say thank you to all 2,500 members of the All for One Fund and what they do to just impact the experience here for our student athletes. It's incredible.
Well, Seth Bridlestein, I appreciate it, the Assistant Athletic Director for Development here at Xavier University, talking about some exciting things coming on this Xavier campus as the second half gets underway here against the Seton Hall Pirates. Seth, thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. Go
Appreciate
X.
it. Second half underway here at the Xavier Soccer Complex. A little bit over 43 minutes remaining as Xavier earns their 7th corner of the match. It'll be Carrie Fisher, who already has an assist off a corner this match. Goes short corner. Grace Barr plays it in. And this one finds the back of the net. A deflection for Xavier and Haley Djokovic. Off the corner. A short corner. And Grace Barr playing it in. Djokovic. The deflection in. Johan Stoddard not able to get there. And Haley Djokovic, her first goal of 2019. Barr with yet another assist. Barr had 3 assists against Creighton. Now adds to that total here as Xavier wastes no time coming out in the second half and adding to their lead. Now 4-0. Xavier 16 shots in the match. Two minutes even into this second half. Haley Djokovic, her first goal of the season. Let's take a look around the rest of the Big East. Georgetown always so impressive, a threat, a force to be reckoned with in this conference. Up 3-0 on Providence. Blue Jays of Creighton that Xavier just took care of. They're up 1-0. And it'll be another corner for Xavier, their 8th corner. How about Carrie Lewis navigating this offense for the Musketeers? Last time they went with the short corner to Grace Barr. It looks like Lewis will play it all the way in this time. Again, Djokovic, but it's punched out. Dewey looking to clean it up. Dewey's shot deflected away. Now the Pirates looking at counter. Grace Barr coming all the way in. Dewey, and Dewey! Her second goal of the match, her 11th of the season. Xavier now up 5-0. There's Carrie Lewis again touching it forward. Carrie Lewis, her second assist of the match. Grace Brower coming on to congratulate Dewey, but Xavier up by a bunch, 5-0.
Casual in the recovery, okay?
Seton Hall. Dewey gets it. Be interesting to see how long Dewey and some of the rest of this starting lineup stays in this match. Dewey has battled injuries throughout her career. And with the scoreline like it is right now, I have to imagine that Nate Lee will go to the second team here fairly soon, as he saw at the end of the first half. Fisher in, headed away.
Good there.
5-0 Xavier. It's Dewey again. Dewey for the hat trick. But it's saved. Right there for it was Johan Stoddard. Dewey able to flick it on with her right foot. Xavier still trying to control. Carrie Lewis. Lewis turning. Deep possession. The ball for Laura Hooper. "19 shots for the Musketeers." We take a look at the stats so far. 19 shots for Xavier, 10 shots on goal. Tony Bizzarro in goal. Only needed to make one save. Xavier with 8 corners. Good turn up the field for the Pirates. Play forward, but it'll go back to Bizzarro. That was Emily Ariano, the sophomore.
Hey, Gary, your body shape should not be receiving it this way. Receive it that way.
looking backwards for Grace Barr. Xavier up 5-0 right now. 3 goals in the first half, 2 already here in the second half. Soroka looking to chase it down, but too far. And Johan Stoddard will take it out. Foul in the middle of the pitch. Laura Hooper went to the turf. Soroka looking to chase down the loose ball. Mental lapse from the Pirates. It's Prathpa. Comes in for Brooks Soroka. Here it's Jakovic. Xavier with 6 corners in the first half, 2 in the second half. Goals today for the Musketeers coming from Brooks Soroka, Molly McLaughlin, Samantha Dewey, Haley Jakovic, and then a second one from Dewey at 49-19 in the match. Here's Jakovic, who's already scored, courtesy of that corner. Wasn't directly off the corner. Lewis with 2 assists. Plays it forward. Here's Burton. And Dewey is depossessed. D'Angelo there. Look at Fortney. You see Musketeer Madness for Xavier. Xavier fans, don't miss Musketeer Madness, presented by Wing Eye Care on Friday, October 18th at the Seton Center. Fun starts at 5:30 p.m. with autographs, food, music, and more. Get your first glimpse of the Musketeer basketball teams at 7 p.m. with team introductions, the 3-point shootout, slam dunk competition, and the blue-white team scrimmages. Admission is free, and the first 2,000 fans get a Musketeer Madness t-shirt courtesy of Wing Eye Care. For more information, visit GoXavier.com. Always a fun event for those watching of the Musketeer faithful here on the Big East Digital Network. Jessica Miller coming into the match. Emily Burton will come off. Emily Ariano comes off for Seton Hall as well. And now here come some more substitutions for Xavier. Claire Fisher coming on, Courtney Langford as well. Looking ahead for Xavier into the rest of this conference season. Xavier has concluded their non-conference. Sometimes you see that one random non-conference game squeak its way in the end of the season, but not so this year. It's Seton Hall today and a trip to Georgetown later this week and to DC before coming back home for Providence next Sunday. And it's a 2-game road trip, St. John's and Marquette. 2 weeks off from home before that match against DePaul to finish the regular season home slate. The other side for Seton Hall, they'll return home back to South Orange this Thursday and then Sunday. They take on Villanova this Thursday. Wildcats will travel up to New Jersey to take on the Pirates before Sunday. Marquette makes its way into South Orange. Golden Eagles traveling to take on Seton Hall. Then DePaul, Creighton, Georgetown, and Providence. Villanova took a 1-0 victory over this Musketeer team last week. But Seton Hall still yet to face them. You see Dewey. Xavier with the ball in possession. Just over 29 minutes remaining. The rain starting to fall just a little bit. Had a half-hour lightning delay earlier this match. Got 5 minutes in. Xavier was already up 1-0 before lightning struck and delayed us for a half hour. Xavier with 19 shots today. Only 2 shots for Creighton. One of them on goal, a good shot. Played toward the net from Alyssa Ruskowski. A junior from Freehold, New Jersey, went to Freehold High School. So definitely some building blocks for this Seton Hall team. Coach Crinan was saying that the keys were coming into today were how the team performed as a whole defensively. They needed to be extremely organized and, again, maximize the opportunities to make the most of them if you get them. Against such a good team like Xavier, if you get a chance, you can't squander it. And I don't think Seton Hall has really squandered an opportunity today. Just haven't really had much because Xavier's defense has been so staunch. That back line has been unrelenting. Seton Hall has looked to press forward. Here's Pratpa with a head on it. The flag was up. Offsides. This was Coach Crinion's first run through the Big East. She said she knew that the toughest games this year were going to be the conference games. And they'd need a different level of play for the Big East affairs. But again, really putting the pieces in place to build this program, because she has an impressive reputation. This is her first year building her staff and building this team up. Went to Central Connecticut State. She graduated in 2010. Named a soccer coach. Back in December. And Xavier looks to play it in. Sam Dewey was looking for the hat trick, but the header went too far left. Here's the replay. Dewey stayed onside, trying to redirect it toward the goal. Too far left, and Dewey will come off. Can't imagine we'll see Dewey the rest of the match, but we'll have to see what Coach Lee has in store. Maybe that was her one last chance to record a hat trick. Already has one this season. Scored 4 goals in the season opener against Murray State. Xavier won that 4-3 in double overtime, and all 4 goals came from Sam Dewey. And Macy Harper to Jakovic. Rathba, the shot, deflected. Xavier trying to clean it up, but offsides. Now the clock will go under 25 minutes. Coach Crinion, she's been the assistant and associate head coach. She's been at Hartford for 7 years before taking over this Pirate program. Hartford had 3 All-American selections while she was there. Xavier goes down the left sideline. Allie Anderson, shot on, but a save. Johan Stoddard standing tall. As a player, Coach Crinion was a 2-time Northeast Conference first-team selection during her time at Central Connecticut. She played with the Irish National U17 and U19 teams. And she's a scout for the U.S. Youth Women's National teams. She has an extensive soccer pedigree she's looking to really bring to this Seton Hall squad. And then it's in a tough conference too. This Big East women's soccer overall has been built up nicely, especially since conference realignment. As Jackie Richards goes down the left side. Richards pushing ahead, trying to earn the corner. Rolling toward the end line. Richards doubled up, and it will be a corner. Xavier's 9th corner today. Haley Jakovic coming off, Jenny Prathba as well. Jenny Prathba getting some extended minutes today. Corner for the Musketeers. Headed away, but another corner. Now they're 10th. Izzy Engel coming off for Seton Hall. Claire Fisher taking the corner for Xavier. Stutter step from Fisher. Short corner. Grace Barr and a foul on Seton Hall. And Grace Barr, after she's tripped up, will stay along the sideline just in case Fisher needs help.
Yes, stay right there.
Almost a pseudo corner kick here for Fisher and the Musketeers. Fisher playing it up, headed away, but here's Anderson heading it back into the box, and it's touched out. Grace Brower checking it down. Grace Brower to Grace Barr. Jessica Miller quickly over to throw. To see Rachel Eck in the match for Xavier. Seton Hall looking to substitute Siobhan McGovern back in the next chance with just over 21 minutes to go. Touch forward. There's Jackie Richards looking to turn, ball squeaking away, but Johann Stoddard picking it up without a problem. Xavier University's Williams College of Business now offers a Master's of Science in Customer Analytics that prepares students not just to mine data, but to transform it into insights and action that lead to successful business outcomes. Learn more and apply at xavier.edu/customer analytics. Under 20 minutes to go here in this match. Seton Hall now on the counter. This is their first real offensive chance today, but they're coming down the left sideline, looking for the corner, but it goes off Casey Harrigan's foot. Siobhan McGovern finally into the match, and McKenna Schaefer on. Mentioned that was Seton Hall's first real offensive chance. They do have a shot on goal. It was Ruskowski earlier. Beautiful shot from her that Bizarro came out to save, but it looked like that one, first real developing play for Seton Hall. Pass behind. Those are the things that as this team builds, as this team goes through practice, gets more game repetitions, it will continue to improve on. The crisp passing and how important it is, placing it the right way. And the other thing you could hear Coach Crinion talking about throughout this match, she's just over to the left of us. You can hear her talking about anticipating passes. Seen a couple of times today where the passes have gone out of bounds because a Pirate maybe not anticipating them. Good defensive stand there for Seton Hall. Richards wasn't sure where the ball was. Johann Stoddard shaken up. Rachel Eck ran into her. And a yellow card on Eck. Looked like Rachel Eck just may not have been able to stop her momentum. You could see she was running right into her and put her hands up. She knew she wouldn't be able to stop. Johann Stoddard and Eck on a collision course there. Grace Barr still in for Xavier. 5-0 Musketeers. Here's Jackie Richards. Substitution on. J.I. Smith from Hayward, California. The freshman coming in. Megan Sullivan coming in for Xavier is J.I. Smith down the right side. Repossessed and Harper with it. Back to Bizarro. Here's Brower. We recap the match to this point. Brooke Soroka, Molly McLaughlin, and Sam Dewey all scoring goals in the first half for Jakovic, and then Dewey again in the second half. Megan Sullivan in for the Musketeers alongside Hallie Rogers and Sydney Shembry. Megan Sullivan, the junior from St. Louis, sliding into the match. Some wholesale changes coming in. Johan Stanner, who has made 6 saves today, facing 11 shots on goal. Xavier's had 10 corners. Just speaks to the offensive pressure that has been applied. But how impressive has this Xavier performance been, and this program just completely turned around since Nate Lee has taken over, reaching new heights. Xavier finished non-conference play and went 7-1-2. That was their best mark since going 7-1-1 in non-conference play in 2013. The 800 winning percentage was the top mark in the Big East during the non-conference, and top 30 in all of the NCAA. Xavier had 6 shutouts in that 10-game non-conference slate. Xavier was picked 4th in the preseason poll by Big East coaches. Went Georgetown, Butler, Providence, and then Xavier. Xavier tries to position itself for the Big East tournament. It'll be held at Creighton. It's Grace Barr. Play in, Shembry. The Pirates able to get it out. Casey Harrigan, but Xavier gets it right back. 13.5 minutes to play. It's Laura Hooper. Hooper's shot sails over the crossbar. Hooper with the 3rd shot of the match for Seton Hall. And Prathpaw will come on for Rachel Eck. It's a good chance for Xavier's second team to get some experience. A lot of players on this Xavier roster. Full roster of over 30 Musketeers. Deep possession by Megan Sullivan. Take a look at Seton Hall. They'll go back home and take on Villanova. That'll be this Thursday at 6 p.m. back in South Orange. That'll be on the Pirate Sports Network. You'll be able to listen to that on the radio as well from O&T Carroll Field. And for Xavier, they'll travel to Georgetown this Thursday for a mid-afternoon matchup against the Hoyas. Always dangerous Hoyas of Georgetown, who seem to, year after year, be at the top of the Big East standings. How impressive that program has been. Xavier and Georgetown. The result of that match, I think, will tell a lot about the way the rest of this Big East season will go. Could really shape the way the conference looks as far as the standings are concerned into the final few weeks of the regular season. Xavier's regular season finishing up on Halloween on October 31st. So the Big East tournament quarterfinals will be played at campus sites, but the semifinals and the final will be in Omaha at Creighton. Prathba touching it back. Courtney Langford. Played in. Prathba heads it ahead. Shembri. And Rachel Butler will check in for Shembri with just over 7.5 to go. Ball in from Fisher over the mouth of the goal and going to chase it down. $7:10 to go in this match. Xavier well on their way to securing yet another victory. This victory will move them to 9-2-2 on the regular season. 2-1 overall in conference. J.I. Smith almost had a breakaway chance for Seton Hall. But J.I. Smith tripped up, and that's the kind of thing that Coach Crittenden was talking about. When you have a chance, you got to take advantage of it. Good defense from Xavier, but still, had Smith not tripped, that would have been a breakaway. Would have only had Bizarro to beat. Now with 6 minutes to go. Five 5-0 Musketeers. A couple of goals from Sam Dewey. And she has broken into double figures for scoring this year, up to 11 goals. 25 points on the season already. Seton Hall has only scored 4 goals total as a team. Dewey with 11 by herself. Another update for you. Villanova and Butler going into overtime. That one just finishing regulation. That one tied at 1. And then Creighton and Marquette already in overtime. Also tied at 1. Georgetown taking care of Providence 4-0. That's a significant result for the Hoyas. The Musketeers will keep it with under 4.5 to play. Rogers stepping in, but now Seton Hall. Harrigan to DeFonso. Jazz Smith. Smith playing it in, and it's headed away. Seton Hall keeping it. DeFonso, this is the longest that Seton Hall has had the ball in the attacking half this afternoon. Engel, the shot on, but Bizarro there on a save. Seton Hall manufacturing some offense, and another scoring chance for them. Hit the shot too far, and Bizarro with plenty of time to react and make the save. Izzy Engel. Depossessed in the Musketeers, Claire Fisher. Molly Rogers. In the middle for Megan Sullivan, who has time. Looks like the Musketeers right now content to just play it back and use the clock. Deflection out of bounds from Laura Hooper. Touch forward. Good offense from Xavier. Fisher surveying the pitch. Fisher ahead. Has Butler. Butler, the shot deflected and cleared away. Touch forward from Anderson. Now it's Fisher again. Xavier with it and controlling. Xavier on their way to 9th win of the season. And their second in conference play. Be their second straight. Dropped the Big East opener. They've won 2 straight since then. Xavier with one last scoring chance here, but the flag is up. And it's an offsides call for Xavier. All right. 30 seconds remaining. Seton Hall coming into the box, but a good clearance from Xavier. "20 seconds, Xavier trying all of a sudden frantically to maintain the shutout. Seton Hall coming in, turning, and Seton Hall pleading for a penalty. But that'll be it. It'll play out. Seton Hall will throw, and Xavier will come away with the victory. Xavier moves to 9-2-2 on the season. They win their second straight match, score 5 goals, score one less than 3 minutes in, and never look back. Nate Lee and the Musketeers sitting pretty right now in the Big East. Sam Dewey with 2 goals today. And we'll be back talking with Sam Dewey after this break. Xavier wins it 5-0.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
What can great minds do?
While at Seton Hall, I interned with the Superior Court of New Jersey, and that inspired me to go to law school.
I am a physics and civil engineering major, and I want to work on infrastructure in underdeveloped countries.
I'm the news director at one of the top college radio stations in the country.
I'm working with my professor on research that could help athletes during sudden cardiac events.
I started my own business, Classic Soccer Cleats, and I just sold it to a company in England.
Come see for yourself what great minds can do.
And we welcome you inside Seton Center on the campus of Xavier.
It's time to fuel your ambitions by taking charge of your student debt. At SoFi, we've helped over 250,000 people refinance their student loans, saving thousands of dollars. Now you can pay off your student loans faster and reach your goals sooner. See how much you can save in just 2 minutes at SoFi.com/save.
Paul Frischner back on the Big East Digital Network. Xavier takes care of Seton Hall 5-0 today on a Sunday afternoon. Bit rainy here at the Xavier Soccer Complex, and I'm joined now by Sam Dewey, the Musketeers' leading goal scorer. Sam, you move your goal total to 11 from 9 on the season, 2 goals today. So impressive offensively overall. Was that what you were looking for offensively, to just come out, strike first, and never look back?
Yeah, after the game, Nate was talking about he was really proud that we were able to get an early goal. And then after the rain delay, we sort of piled it on, and then we were able to get 2 early goals in the second half. So I think that was the focus, is just jumping on them early and setting the standard and setting the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, and what do you think has been the most important thing this season, especially for you? You just seem so relaxed and so composed offensively. What has been the biggest thing for you to allow you to do that?
You know, we worked a lot in preseason on, you know, this togetherness that we have as a team. We did a leadership seminar thing, and we really got to know each other. And it just allowed this collective focus that our entire team has. And I think that's really served us well going up and starting in the Big East.
Now, you turn your sights toward Georgetown, which is always a tall task in the Big East, but you all seem to be able to handle this kind of a match with how impressive your performances have been this year. What do you think you're going to need to do now against Georgetown to come away with that victory?
Yeah, I mean, Georgetown's a great team. They're good every year, and there's a reason that they're always voted first. And so it's going to take a lot of focus in practice this week, and I think that Nate's done a great job, and that our team's really come together and taken advantage of the newfound talent that we have, like the freshmen that have come in, and some solid transfers. And I think that we're really starting to put it together at the best time of the season. We got on a bit of a roll, and I think we're ready to take it to them and hopefully just keep the ball rolling.
Well, Sam, best of luck. Musketeers come away with 5 goals as a team today, 2 goals from the star Sam Dewey. An impressive performance for the Musketeers. Xavier, 5 goals, scoring one less than 3 minutes into the match. And Xavier comes away with their 9th victory of the season, moving to 9-2-2 overall, their 2nd straight victory in conference play. For Ryan Magaha and everybody else here at the Big East, I'm Paul Fritchner saying so long, and thank you for watching